body or in spirit, turning in our gray hymnal to a familiar tune, number 303, to the words, "We are the earth, upright and proud." Gray hymnal number 303. us the earth is growing. We lift our voices, fill the skies with our exultant singing. We dedicate our minds and hearts to order beauty bringing. Our labor is our strength, our love will win at length. Our minds will find the ways to live in peace and praise. Our day is just beginning. Thank you. Please be seated.
Good morning. My name is Joe Libben, and I serve this congregation as part of the lay worship leaders team. I am grateful beyond measure to be here with you in this, our sanctuary, a place where we have laughed and cried and been cracked open to the wondrous beauty of the world. And each Sunday when we gather here in person and online, we are reminded it is good to be together. The First Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Ann Arbor has been meeting continuously since 1865. For approximately 8,372 Sundays, people of good conscience have been gathering together, reminding each other of the reasons we continue to work to make the world a better place for everyone. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, online or in person, thank you and welcome. Thank you for being brave enough to try something new. If you'd like more information about our congregation and our faith, you are welcome to join us in the Redmond Room after this service. The room is just down the hall on your left. A member of our congregation will be there to answer any questions and to provide you with more information. For those newcomers joining us online, please consider filling out the newcomer survey at UUAA.org/newcomer. Both of these options will give us an opportunity to connect with you more deeply and direct you to groups and resources here that may be of interest. As a small human being alive and awake in a world that is teeming with distractions and rife with tragedies unfolding anew each day, it can be difficult to remember our purpose, easy to forget the ways in which we can make our space our own. As we prepare to enter into this sacred space today, I ask that you prepare to listen, not only with your ears, but also with your heart. Please join me now in taking a few centering breaths. Trans Day of Visibility was created by Rachel Crandall Cocker as a celebration of the resilience and accomplishments of the trans community. In contrast to the more somber grieving that accompanies Trans Day of Remembrance, this day is an exaltation. And our service has a unique focus, an identity-based exploration of the lived experiences of the trans people in our congregation. Today, we are rightfully blessed to have so many creative and artistic presenters who have chosen to share their lives and their art with us. We are now gathered in community, gathered for worship.
If you are watching at home now, or even some later date, I invite you to gather your candle or chalice and have it ready to light along with us. Today, I am thinking about our chalice as something more than just a symbol of Unitarian Universalism, more than a logo created to give authority to an organization that worked to provide safe passage for persecuted individuals escaping a fascist government decades ago during World War II. Today, I'm thinking about the chalice flame as the light that is within each of us, the light that you will see burning brightly in our speakers today, the light that for trans individuals is seen by our current administration as something that needs to be extinguished, banned, erased, imprisoned. So let us remember that as we light our chalice today, we each carry a light within, one that can illuminate joy, beauty, love, and hope if we let it, and one that shines even brighter when joined with the light of other human beings marching along the path of resistance, as I saw in the throngs of people gathered for No Kings protests in our communities yesterday. A light that shines even brighter when we collectively join with other human beings on the path towards justice. You will see and experience just how brightly this shines, both in defiance of this administration and in the joy our speakers convey in being able to share their authentic selves and their artistic gifts here in this space. As Joe is ready to help us light the chalice, think of it as a visual representation of the light within each of us as we say these words together. We light this chalice for the light of truth. We light this chalice for the warmth of love. We light this chalice for the energy of action. We light this chalice for the harmony of peace. Thank you, Joe. May our internal light also guide us to act with intention in our relationships with each other and in our interactions with those who may prove to be challenging to us. We say these words of our covenant each week to guide us and to help us remember how we choose to move within the world. So join me in the words of our covenant. The spirit of this church is love, and service is its law. This is our covenant with each other, to dwell together in peace, to search for truth in love, and to help one another.
In a world of this or that, of either or, what becomes of those who are both, or even neither? By Early Anderson. Once upon a time, there were two kinds, this and that, these and those, one or the other, until honk! What kind are you? I'm both. You can't be both. You must be neither. I'm neither? Neither tried to play this game. You can't play with us. You're not rabbity enough. Neither tried to play that game. You can't play with us. You're not birdie enough. Why don't you find somewhere else? You're not one of us. You're neither. Neither, neither, neither. Where did you come from? Honk! I'm from the land of this and that, but I'm neither, so I'm looking for somewhere else to fit in. Well, this isn't somewhere else, but you will fit in here. Where is here? So many different kinds in the land of all. Come play with us. but I'm different from everyone here. I'm neither red nor orange, nor yellow nor blue. Exactly. Excuse us. We're from the land of this and that, but we don't fit in at home. We are looking for somewhere else. But you said I was neither. You said I should go somewhere else. Well, this isn't somewhere else. This is the land of all, and everyone fits in here. Once upon a time, there were many kinds. This and that, somewhat and whatnot, and either, very, sort of, just, rather, a little, neither, and both. And all were welcome. Leaving the land of this and that, welcome to the land of all. The end.
What a fun story. Time, talent, treasure. The oft-repeated phrase speaks to the ways in which you can contribute to the financial and spiritual well-being of this congregation and the community beyond its walls. We hope this desire to help is guided by love, as in this line from a favorite hymn. Though I may give all I possess, and striving so my love profess, but not be given by love within, the profit soon turns strangely thin. Your profit here today is knowing that your gifts support our ministry and enable our congregation to withstand all the challenges to our freedom and inherent dignity. There are many ways you can be part of this gifting. You may place cash or check in the basket as they pass you by. You may text UUAA to 73256. You might even venture online to uuaa.org/giving and make your donation there. Whichever path you choose, know that your gifts are truly appreciated. I would now like to ask the ushers to come forward, as today's offering will be gratefully given and received.
Carry each other on the way.
haven't found it yet. There's abundance given freely, taken with no debt. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. My courage is your courage when the journey is only getting longer. My strength is your strength. We will carry each other on the way. We will carry each other on the way.
Wow, thank you, Dusty. Thank you, Allison. I'd like to ask the ushers to please come forward. And I would like to ask you to rise in body or spirit as you're comfortably able and speak with me the words of our dedication. To the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Let me get this off so people can hear me. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here talking with you all today. My name is Asher Tapatowski-Bush. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a trans man. I'm an artist by passion, working on getting it to be more of my trade. I got my Bachelor's of Arts from University of Michigan in 2013. I work primarily in acrylic paint, more recently though with paper collage, and that's what I'm going to be showing you all today. Trans joy and trans stories is central in my work. And so, of course, I have to start with bright, happy colors. I'm sure you can tell I love color and sparkle and maybe a little bit of camp. I make these pieces by painting many, many sheets of paper and then cutting shapes out of them, kind of building up these 3D collages. Some of these pieces also include some mixed media, handmade paper that was made by PJ2 Ravens. He was a local trans elder who passed away a few years ago and was a very dear friend of my husband's. He started one of the first trans support groups in Washtenaw County. There's something very preserving in having a piece of him and his history in my work. In terms of style, I'm very influenced by children's book illustration. It's a style that I feel is just really universal and disarming for me. My first piece, I've got the slides, is Drag and Queen story time. We don't fear puns here. I made this piece in 2023 after reading way too many articles about the legal banning of cross-dressing and drag performances. I'm sure many of you remember specific targeting on, drag queen story times. And while you see my grandma, she worked at my local library, and I grew up on Story Hour. I remember it being this communal, imagination-fueled playtime, and so I just wanted to show all of us as fairy tale creatures together, dressed up in rainbows and sharing the love of stories together. My next piece is A Touch of Lavender. This one started out when I was at a thrift shop and found the best frame for queer art that I could imagine. It's literally pansies. The subjects are a trans-masculine-leaning fairy couple. Yes, I wasn't joking about the puns and stuff. Honestly, the focus for me was showing trans bodies. One figure has top surgery scars. Top surgery is the name for one of the gender-affirming surgeries you can get that helps remove breast tissue. And the other one has this natural chest. There's so many ways to exist as trans, but I usually only see trans men with top surgery scars when I see them depicted in artwork. So that was important to me. I also wanted to depict a loving gay trans couple, something that reflects my own relationship. My next piece is a little more somber, Fallen Brother. I made this while grieving my friend and roommate, Gene, who was killed a few years ago. He loved nature and was really into medieval art, so of course, knights. I have this wonderful memory of going to a local trans community gathering with him, where we all sat in tall grass and wove flower crowns. When we got up to leave, the place where he was sitting was all compressed, making this little mold of him, and that's what mourning him feels like. The shape of him is still there, but he's missing, and the grass moves back to its original place a little bit at a time. My last one today is Little Maiden. When I was little, I loved unicorns, especially the old stories, the ones where unicorns sit in the laps of young girls because they can just sense that they're pure of heart. I think everyone hopes to find people who really see us for who we are. And being trans, there can often be an incongruence with how people see you and how you are, how you want to see yourself. So this is a young trans girl. You can see she's just starting to grow out her hair. She's hiding from a storm under a willow, and this unicorn comes to her as if to say, I recognize you, and you are who you say you are. I made these pieces because I needed to see the resilience, the joy, and all of the wonderful things about our queer community, things that have been continually under attack. Telling our stories, showing our faces, these are acts of resistance. These pieces specifically are for all of my trans siblings out there. Please know that we are loved, we are strong, and we are going to make it to our happily ever after. Thank you.
Thank you, Asher. At General Assembly in 2024, Reverend Jacaren Bell offered the final comment before the vote on a business resolution supporting the rights of transgender, non-binary, intersex, and gender-diverse people. The preceding discussion had been difficult at times, and Reverend Bell wanted to make sure that those groups heard one message unequivocally. Lean in, she said, I love you. The repetition of this message moved Reverend Linda Susan Ulrich to compose Holy and Divine, which is our next hymn from our new virtual hymnal, in honor of the transgender and non-binary community to which they belong. So please remain seated, and when you feel ready, be invited to join in singing Holy and Divine.
Your love. I'm a little bit taller than everyone. Matan va. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kalina Leftwich-Crafton, and I have a guided meditation to offer this morning. And this is an offering to connect with the trans ancestors, those who are gender nonconforming, those who are gender expansive, those who have been part of all of our lineages at one time. You are welcome to close your eyes or keep them open, whatever is most comfortable for you. If they are open, find a spot just in front of you where you can allow your vision to unfocus and relax. Focusing on your breath, allow it to become full but not forced, with your exhales slightly longer or the same length as your inhales. And with every breath out, feel yourself relaxing into your seat, letting go more and more to go within a little bit deeper. And I invite you to see in front of you a colorful door that is unlike any door you've ever seen. It is made of swirling colors that encompass every color of every shade on the spectrum of light. Slowly, the door begins to open up to a place in nature where there is a path laid out before you. And on both sides of this path, there are people gathered here who line the pathway until its end. People of every ethnicity, culture, heritage, age, and era of human history. And with warmth in their hearts and souls, they welcome you to walk this path. With each step forward, you look at the faces of these individuals, and as you look towards their faces, they welcome you to meet your eyes with theirs. And you can not only see, but feel the radiance of life behind their eyes. Life that tells the stories of the expansiveness of what it means to be human, to experience duality. You see and feel their stories of sadness, their stories of joy, their stories of fear, their stories of bravery, their stories of defeat, their stories of triumph, their stories of heartache, their stories of love. All of these stories are expressions of life. And as you continue to walk, you broaden your vision to take in the entirety of their physical form. And as you do, you witness in real time the passage of their transitions, their transformations, their repeated cycles of life, death, and rebirth. This cycle continues with each version of themselves that undergoes that transformation. And you broaden your vision even further to witness that in this place, this nature that surrounds all of you, this nature goes through the same transformation as these trans ancestors: life, death, rebirth, through the passing of seasons, the changing of weather, the sunshine of day followed by the darkness of night, and the sunrise of a new day. And you see that in their transformations, in their cycles of life, death, and rebirth, these trans ancestors are in alignment with and part of nature in a way that is nothing short of divine. A gift of these trans ancestors and those today who are trans is the reminder that change is part of nature's cycles. Humans are a part of nature. To change is to be in rhythm with nature, to be in rhythm with ourselves. Change is transformation. Transformation welcomes expansiveness. And the experience of expansiveness is the gift of being human. And you come to the end of the path where once again the door with swirling colors is in front of you, surrounded on all sides by these ancestors of transformation. And you feel in your heart the warmth of gratitude for the gifts and insights they have shared. And they too share that same gratitude towards you. The door opens before you as you see and feel yourself pass through. And as you do, you drop more deeply into your senses that bring you more presently into the room that surrounds you. Taking 3 deep, intentional breaths. Feeling the gift, feeling this life, feeling the presence that gives you form from spirit. When you are ready, you may open your eyes to return to the room when you are ready. Thank you.
Are they, them. You may recognize me as one of the AV folks at the back desk with Crystal. Today I'll be speaking specifically from my own experiences as a transgender person, and I do not speak for the community as a whole. I am non-binary and transmasculine. Most days I present as a masculine person, but in rare spaces where I feel safe to do so, I can more comfortably express myself femininely. Ultimately, I am a queer person of trans experience. I am a queer person of trans experience. I say this because at my center, I am a person, and the way I perceive and move through this world is informed by my inherent transness. My coming out process can be summed up by a series of different periods of time, if you will. The first, summer before sophomore year in high school, an all-girls Catholic high school, mind you, I came out to myself as bisexual. Shortly after, a sporty jock lesbian who still liked dudes. And after leaving sports came my lipstick lesbian phase. Then, after being thrusted back into sports again via the crew team in college, butch dyke. And that's where I stayed for a minute, until I learned the word transgender. Yeah, I didn't know the word transgender until I was 18. Growing up in the golden age of Tumblr.com, my main source of knowledge was following dozens of trans guys documenting their various stages of physical transitioning. That, in addition to the more holistic education I relieved at the University of Michigan Spectrum Center, it had me questioning how I truly related to my gender. Thus began the period of exploring gender fluidity. See me, 19 years old, slightly inebriated from some cheap wine my of-age friend had bought me. I'm talking on Skype with a girl I was interested in, saying for the first time out loud, I would be so happy if I woke up one day and was a boy. I was met with silence. Oops. At the time, it was a fleeting thought. I didn't have much support to pursue it further, so I dropped it until I ended up having to transfer out of U of M to a different university, move back in with my parents, and navigate a difficult breakup. Sometimes, one transition begets another. Having moved back in with my parents, I had easier access to Affirmations, an LGBTQ+ community center in Ferndale. It was there that I fell in love with my first found family of trans friends through FTM Detroit. I cannot begin to explain how extraordinary it is finding your people at such a pivotal moment in your life. With their encouragement and the immense support of my then partner, I was emboldened to seek out Darnell Jones, co-founder of Transcend the Binary, an activist, advocate, and caregiver for our local trans community. He supported folks seeking to pursue hormonal transitions, both with pharmaceutical counseling and providing a safe space to speak freely about expectations related to physical changes. Darnell also taught me how to assert myself in my identity. Own your space, he told me. I don't need to explain who I am to people who refuse to understand. I own my space because I am inherently worthy of celebration. With the privileged number of supports I had, I began my medical transition on August 6, 2015, coming up on 11 years ago. It was an honor to have Darnell be an influential part of my transition, and since his passing in 2016, I've held on to his memory by continuing to own my space and living authentically as myself. Something I've learned to embrace is that my personhood is always in a state of transition. Per the Greek philosopher Heraclitus, change is the only constant in life, and I believe that applies to all aspects of our existence. As I've relayed, I've not been afraid to try out new queer identities to see what fits best. My non-binary identity is a core part of my personal being. It is intertwined with both my perception of the world and how I move within it, and yet it is just a single facet of who I am. My non-queer identities are in a constant flux as well. I've been an activist, a sex educator, a chemist, a dog walker, a behavioral cancer researcher, an AV tech, and a clinic escort, as just a handful of examples. And our bodies and awareness of them are ever-changing too. Physical ability is a privilege that is only temporary in our lifetime. With years of additional research and community advocacy, mental health and neurodivergence diagnoses have become much more prevalent. I was diagnosed as autistic and twice exceptional just 2 years ago, and I've cycled through quite a few different mental health diagnoses throughout my life. Every day, every hour, every moment, my perception of myself changes just a little bit, and that influences how I interact with the world around me. From my queer to my hidden identities, I believe all of my past selves are still a part of who I am and have shaped who I will become. In the United States, trans activists and revolutionaries have spent many years advocating for recognition in the public sphere as people deserving of equal treatment in both queer and non-queer spaces. During the Obama era, trans visibility had generally positively increased, and some voices were heard, resulting in notable policy improvements, including expanding insurance coverage to include trans health care. Trans women, however, and especially Black trans women and femmes, have consistently been hypervisible, mocked, fetishized, and taken the brunt of transphobia, resulting in disproportionately high rates of assault and fatal violence. Since the induction of this administration in 2017, we have been living through a racist and transphobic reactionary backlash. Hypervisibility has increased exponentially, furthering the dehumanization of our community, escalating the violence towards our most vulnerable, stripping us down to a concept to other, to fear, to demonize. They are trying to turn us into something, not someone. We are more than what they say we are. There's something to say about the pure joy you witness when something is defiantly living their authentic truth. I have borne witness to the purest, most resonant guffaws of laughter in trans spaces. I have had the privilege of embracing a friend who valiant dares to wear their boldest outfit in spaces that may be timid to their unabashed expression. To behold the glow of confidence in our youth and our elders, trying that new name, those new pronouns that feel just right. I am in awe of our creative spirit, speaking poetic words to secrets kept between T4T lovers, divulging gender explorations unheard and unwitnessed until they come alive with the stroke of a pen, beholding limitless self-expression in every art medium conceivable. And I am proud of those seeking comfort in the radical resistance of rest and mutual aid in a capitalistic society so determined to wear us down to our bones. I contain multitudes. We all contain multitudes. I have felt joy, failure, laughter, regrets, dreams, longing, and complete confidence in knowing that I am loved because I have people who see me for all of who I am. Each and every part of my holistic human experience is worthy of celebration. Will you join me in seeing us for who we are?
Willing and able, turning again in our gray hymnal to hymn number 301, Touch the Earth, Reach the Sky, in the gray hymnal number 301. Touch the earth, reach the sky, walk on shores while spirits fly, over the ocean, over the land, our faith, our quest to understand. Touch the earth, reach the sky, children ask our reasons why. In our lives the answer sure, and by our love they learn and grow. Touch the earth, reach the sky, all are born, all shall die. Lies the time left in between, to follow a star, to build a dream. Touch the earth, reach the sky, hug the laughter, feel the cry. May we see where we can live, for this is what it means to live. Touch the earth, reach the sky, soar with courage ever high, rejoining as we fly, to touch the earth, to reach the sky.
Dear ones, take a moment and look around you. Look at those who are virtually with us at the camera in the back. Really see and notice that you are among the this and that, the somewhat and whatnot, the sort of and just, the neither and both. And now, having noticed, I invite you to return to the words we sang earlier and perhaps think of someone you might speak these words to in the coming week. Perhaps someone who is right here, perhaps someone else who is not here, but needs to hear these words. Lean in, I love you. Once again, I love you. Now and always, I love you. Your lives are holy and divine. As you go forth into the days and weeks ahead, remember this. Your lives are holy and divine. Go in peace. May it be so. Amen.